Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house, where we're eating good food, sharing good times, and we hope you enjoy your stay. Let's get to cooking. Hey y'all, welcome back to Memaw's house. I'm in the kitchen again today because today is the first day of school. And as all of y'all know, or you might know, when my kids go to school, and this has happened since I had my babies, since they started going to school, the first day of school, Mom would make a special treat for them when they came home from school. So today, I'm going to make my people a special treat for returning home from the first day of school. So I hope you all enjoy this video, and I hope that you give this particular recipe a try. It's called the Neiman Marcus. I forget what it's called. I'll put it down in the description box. But it is a Ooey Gooey vanilla cake. So this is one of those recipes that I'll be using a cake mix with, because Memaw's still working and I have to do what I have to do in a very short period of time, doing my breaks and run up and do some things and then come back. So here's the video. Y'all be blessed. And I hope you give this recipe, if I didn't say it already, a try. Hey, and if you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to do so, because we would love to have you over here as part of the family at Memaw's house. We like to do a lot of cooking, we do a little decorating, and we do some traveling. So if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned and subscribe. And for those of you who have subscribed, go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you can know when I do post. And I do usually post once a week, Saturday or Sunday. So, depending on what's going on with the family, but we try to get one up a week. All right, let's get to cooking. Here are the ingredients that we'll be using for our Neiman Marcus Ooey Gooey vanilla cake. We'll use a yellow cake mix, and you can use any flavor you'd like, but I'm making a vanilla cake. So I'm using a yellow cake mix, a stick of butter, which is a half a cup of butter, 4 eggs, vanilla, some powdered sugar, and some Philadelphia cream cheese or regular cream cheese, whatever you got. I'm going to add some sprinkles because this is a festive cake, and we're going to do that. So now let's cook. This is a very easy cake to pull together. I'm going to start by melting my stick of butter, and we're going to mix this cake in the same bowl because we're not going to use a whole lot of utensils and equipment to be dirtying up our kitchen. So once that butter is melted, we're going to get it on the counter and we'll mix in our cake mix. Now our cake mix is in. Let's go ahead and crack our eggs, and we're only using 2 for this portion of the cake. For the cream cheese portion, we'll use the other 2 eggs. But like always, I'm going to crack my eggs in a separate container so that I can ensure that there are no shells in my batter. And we're going to go ahead and just mix this. Now this makes a thick batter. And this will be the cake portion, needless to say, of our Ooey Gooey vanilla cake. Now I have a parchment paper lined 13 by 9-inch pan, and I'm going to spread this batter into this pan. I'm going to spray it a little bit so that it won't stick when we get ready to take it out. But then I'm going to also spray my offset spatula. But let's go ahead and scrape our bowl down real well and get all of the cake mix out and into the pan. Now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and use our same bowl. I just rinsed it out to mix up our cream cheese filling. This is the ooey gooey part of the cake. So I'm going to go ahead and crack my eggs right there because I can see when I drop the shell in there. I can actually see if there are any shells in this part of the bowl because there's nothing in there, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so let's get our 2 eggs, and the recipe calls for 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. But because I'm using the sprinkles on top, I'm going to cut that sugar back a little bit to about 3 cups. So it's a little over 2.5 cups of powdered sugar. And you can adjust your sugar as much as you want to for the desired sweetness you want, because the cake itself is going to be sweet enough. So let's go ahead and get this in. Now that that's mixed to a nice creamy consistency, we don't want to see lumps of cream cheese in it. We want to make sure that it's nice and creamy, and it is. We're going to go ahead and pour directly onto the cake batter and smooth it nice and flat so that it can be even throughout. Now I got this little fancy rainbow confetti topping from Walmart. They had a unicorn and they had a birthday, I think it was called. One was in a light blue bag and one was in a light purple bag. But I chose the pink bag because we're having a celebration. So we're going to sprinkle this on, and I know one of my granddaughters will absolutely love it, and that's Peyton. She likes a good sprinkle, okay? So she's going to enjoy this, I think. But she doesn't get out of school until after Ari, and you may not see her today, but she's going to certainly taste it. Now, I think that's enough sprinkles for anybody's cake, so let's go ahead and get this into a 350-degree oven, and it's going to bake for 20 to 25 minutes. Now, it's been 23 minutes, and the cake is ready, and we're going to let this cool before I cut it. The cake smells fabulous, and she's actually cute. I'm going to let this cool before I take it out of the pan. Now, I've let this cool for maybe an hour or so because the girls don't get home till 5 or 5:30 anyway, which is after work, and I can go ahead and do what I need to do and not have to worry about stuff like this. But now we're going to cut it, and we'll let Ari taste it because she is here, my old school taste tester. She's a junior this year. Woo woo. Maybe I'll put some of your older taste testings on here.
Yes.
You like it?
I do. It's good. It's a nice treat.
Good. I'm glad you like it. Happy first day of school. So there you have it, y'all. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And please feel free to comment on whether you would try one of these cakes or you would like to see another type of cake. If you have any ideas and you'd like to put them down, please let me know and I will certainly give it a try. Y'all be blessed.